Oh, I'm waiting for it to show up, but it's already showed up. How y'all doing? Y'all having a good Monday? You having a good case of the Mondays? I'm having a good case of the Mondays. And I think I had a good weekend. But sometimes, I don't know how to explain it. It's like you picking on people, right? Then you slow down. It's like, hey, I might be wrong. But no, I'm not. But we get started thumbnail, right? If I get my get into the thumbnail, people really have it worse than you. And they don't even know. People really do. They have it worse than you. And they don't even know it. So we sit around and we feel sorry for ourselves. It's not going to get us nowhere. Because there's somebody got worse than you and they don't even know. Have you ever talked to some people and some shit, they just think it was normal, but that shit ain't normal? Whatever it is, it could be the way their hygiene is, the way they eat, what is acceptable to live. Some people are just like that. And the reality is, what's going to take place is somebody has to embarrass them, or somebody's going to have to retrain their thinking. There's some people, like, you met somebody, you have to might redirect how they look at things. Like, for example, a Marjorie. It took my mama probably about 20 years, because my mama was a, a margarine woman, okay? We had margarine. And one day I came to the house and I was like, where's the butter at, Mom? And I'm thinking we had like the blue bonnet. That's what our butter was. Where's the butter? It's right there. It says butter. Butter. And I was like, what is this? It took me about 3 years to rethink how I ate butter or margarine. So I will never eat margarine again. But you just have to look at it. So sometimes you see people in their lifetime and you like, damn, they bad off. No, they just don't know better. I did see that a lot. And on Bigo, you do see a lot of that. Like, I was in somebody's live, y'all. And when I said sometimes you got to redirect people, that you got to retrain them, the girl was like, I lost my virginity to a 36-year-old man. Now, we know that's wrong, right? We know that. She was 13. She had no business having sex at any age with the one I'm sorry, any age with the one in front of any number with somebody that's 30 something, right? And she just thought that shit was cute. And you're like, damn, people really got it worse than what you think you have it. But I'm done talking about that. Let's talk about this thumbnail. Let me share my screen. All right, so this, see, Medusa, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's the reason why you jealous of Jazz right now. You don't understand why we keep on saying you're jealous of her. Is your comment that you said, yes, I'm better than her. You're still holding on to, she was trying to take my daughter away. They was not even thinking about. See, Jazz is the type that she don't even want to get married. That's crazy. She don't want to get married. She talks about it. But Jazz don't want to really get married. She likes the fact that the men have that come and go thing. That's the reason why she most likely is still attracted to the idea of, hey Kenya, I haven't seen you in a long time, girl. Um, that's the reason why she's okay with that Philip, and then she rethought about her and Chris because she really don't want to be settled down. She just wants babies. She wants struggle. That's all. And then you see Jazz over there getting by. She got 5 kids. You got 3, and you can't even get where she's at. This not YouTube. This is just drive. You trying to figure out she don't have that drive, but I got this drive. No, you don't. You rush your drive. You know how many business deals you had in the last 30 months? I say the last 24 months. You had that palette. You had, let me go on YouTube, let me ask questions, let me sell my artwork, let me sell candles, let me clean houses, let me donate plasma. You had all that under your belt and you still worrying about this chick's skincare. See, one thing about me, I don't care about majority of y'all people. Not like that. I don't really care about a lot of these YouTubers that I'm doing reactions on. It's because my mortgage is $1,400. And that might not look a lot to y'all, but it is definitely a lot to me. And it only goes up higher and higher. There's nothing that will go lower that I will be comfortable with putting my kids in. Do y'all understand? But you got time. You got time to put Jazz in your mix. Jazz have nothing to do with these emojis, but you don't even know how to face the people. That's the reason why you was baffled when somebody came in that ass. It's a good thing I didn't do it. London B. Johnson. And now, if anybody don't know who London B. Johnson is, he's that president that said he'll have niggas voting for Democrat for the next 200 years while he was campaigning. Hold on, well, she should be mad at Chris, not her. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think Chris said something about that. Jazz sat there looking retarded, shaking her head. Jazz never said she was going to take that woman's kids. Jazz never said that. Jazz sat on there shaking her head, looking retarded. See, don't you remember? Y'all forgot that woman put a fire under Chris at that time when she said, well, y'all know what was on that tablet. That's when he came back for vengeance. That's when he let his puppy off the chain and she started barking. Whatever you insinuated, and you was talking about his manhood, not the size of it, but what he likes to get down. See, you're over there jealous and envy over Jasmine over there. Yeah, that's the crazy part about it. See, you reached out to Lala, and I must yell this to the rooftop because there's a lot of people that forgot about her. Lala was the first one that came out with your email. And that's when all hell broke loose when you came back and you confirmed without confirming how y'all fell out, how he was blowing up your phone, and all this stuff. But now I see why you peep, why you got those men like Chris and Thrill because of these posts that you said you didn't know that was offensive. So let's go and share my screen. Y'all, can y'all let me know y'all can hear me? Because I gotta put this sound on mute. Mm-mm. Y'all can't hear it, but it is on mute. So we're gonna go and look at now. Y'all might not can see the emojis because last time some people was playing silly. Okay. A ninja will text you good morning, beautiful, flush the toilet, and get back in bed with his girl. When do we call all men ninjas? See, you could have just easily wrote a man. But y'all see, she knew what she was doing because why is that covered with her black shirt? I didn't know it was offensive. No, you didn't thought that you was gonna get called out on your bullshit. That's that's all it is. That's the reason why you came on the scene yesterday, not cammed up, because I guess you was spooked on how you really look. Now you got another one. Now you got another one. See, you not only did I come out with the video, but then before that, you put out two more of these emojis. Talking about, well, I'm gonna tell you a secret. All I do is copy and paste. Bitch, you know what you did. And I'm tired of people giving you a stamp because they don't like jazz. But oh no, let Olivia say darky. We're ready to grab our torches and pitchforks. Talking about we gotta hunt us down a org. What was Shrek? A org? Yeah. But you get a pass because you got filters and you got press on nails, bitch. But you forgot how you really look. Nah, she just didn't just do that one, y'all. She did a couple more. And she did one when I pointed her out. On my way to brunch with your daddy since you niggas want to act like sons. So let's call it what it is. See, will we be offensive if we started labeling crackers? Like literally, man, I work for this cracker. This is what you did. But also, y'all see that it's in under the tone of the black. So you would just read it and not even think of it, right? But she knew what she did. I didn't know this emoji was going to be offensive. Why? Why wouldn't you not notice it was offensive? And that's sad. That is so sad. Hey, King Mike. So you come back on here. Oh, let me stop share. You come on here and you have to make these puppy dog tears talking about you didn't know. But then I'm gonna slide in there and say I'm better than Jazz. How? I don't know about Jazz living arrangements, y'all. 100%. I do not know, but I feel like personally, I feel like Mom Dukes is over there with Jack, and Mom Dukes is like, "Hey, I let you have this house. You just keep it clean. Make sure there's no bugs. We'll make sure that it's cut. But I'm over here with Jack. Whatever, her and Jack got something going on. And Jack is like, hey, why don't you come over here? That's how I personally feel. Jazz don't seem like the type that she just hops up and goes. She's been working on this plan for a very long time. And we already know that her mom do stay up the street. So she's not as stressed. She wants to pretend like she's stressed, but she got shit in line. And whatever money she's not making or whatever, hey, I wish her well personally because she's too damn old to be still trying to figure shit out for content. But Medusa, that's the reason why you get men the way you get them. You get men because the other ones don't really fuck with you. You can't tell me that you be in this man's face, that man's face, and you and you've been looking for a sponsor all your life. You've been in mansions, aka you've been, you know, freaking celebrity chefs. You got it all laid out, but you sitting at somebody else's house with 3 kids. Only thing you got really to show for is a car. We see how your kids look. They don't look as any worse. They look about the same with Jazz and Stinkerbug, just looking like put together kids. Every chance you get, you dyeing your hair, but your daughter, she barely got to get Dollar Tree products for her hair. We see it. Yeah, I think she or her grandmother, one of those. King Mike, she's been calling black people niggas. She's been doing it. It's never changed. Think about the men that she probably talked to. Chris looked like the type that she can throw out nigga around him. He's cool with it. Y'all already see how Thrill was. Little crack out, little codeine. I wouldn't even say the codeine is probably too expensive for him. He had the crystal meth. Y'all forgot how she looked around that time. Doped out, living in hotels. And I'm sorry, no man ain't gonna put me in no hotel. Absolutely not. I'd be so upset when people talk about my parenting. Cause bitch, you're not away from Jazz. When you went to that club, you got in your feelings because you used to being that white girl that black men will look at and holler at. But you had to go home by yourself. That man you talked about, that local celebrity, he didn't even pick up for you. Hell, he didn't even know you was going. And first thing he said, well, you should have called me and put me on FaceTime. That nigga never said that shit. You had to say that shit so you can feel good about yourself. Just like you use those emojis so you can feel inferior. See, black women is your threat no matter what. If it's Jazz, if it's anybody. They're your threat because we have looks that you want. Men, black men still desire black women. That's sad. Jazz pulled Chris with chocolate chips all over her body. That nigga didn't care because that nigga needed a place to stay. Let's be honest. He didn't care. And you had to go to beyond for Krista just to be at home with you. Y'all remember, she had to drip him out with Nike products. And the crazy part about it was he came back on the scene and Jazz gave him that birthday scene. I told you I have a very good eye. So Jazz came back on the scene and he was like, yeah, girls always used to give me Nike stuff, Nike hats, Nike Jordans, Jordan shorts. He was talking about your dumb ass. No, she don't look like Punk Brewster. She looked like the gremlin off the gremlin, that female gremlin. That's what she looks like. Put water on her ass, produce multiple ones. That's what she looked like. She looked like that gremlin. Well, it's not even about that. We hold, just like me, and I'm not going to say anybody else's name because somebody else said their name one time, and I don't want beef, right? But I'll say I don't look for ninjas. I don't look for ninjas, but you look for ninjas. That's the reason why the men you get this, you get the worst of the worst. I'm sorry, I'm not spreading my legs. Y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all, it only takes you one time. If you a girl or you a woman now, or you was a girl back in the day, now y'all know how to navigate BS. Medusa can't do that shit. You see how she dressed? Does she look like she can navigate somebody that's trying to spit game, trying to shake and move shit? See, men, I realize some men, they're very quiet. They move very silent. Over these years, I'm like, ooh, I'm attracted to that. So Medusa's so attracted to men that's going to text her all day. I don't want you texting me all day. Hell, I'm okay if you don't text me for about 4 or 5 days, but you better text. You better answer my text back. I know that. But guess what? You watch all that extra shit because to me that tells me that he's not just occupied in other ways, but he's. Oh yeah, I know she knew she mean. Yeah, we know because I pointed it out. And King Mike actually has said there's a post. What post was it? I don't know if King Mike is still here. Let's go back. Let's go back because let me share my screen. Because I actually went in her comments. Oh, I think I went out. Let me see if I can pull it here. All right, so we're going to share this. Okay, so it. I wrote, at this point, go ahead and say what you mean, London B. Johnson. Don't hide it. Show your true colors. No idea what you're talking about. King Mike. I think she's referring to the emoji. What does that mean? A what will text? Who? A ninja? What's wrong with the ninja emoji? All right, so y'all can't see it, but it's actually on there. It's actually on there. She acted stupid, like, what do you mean? You know what it means. And then you reposted another one. She just kept coming and coming and coming. But we already saw that when she had that video and Kels did it. And then she had called out what Chris had wrote and she said nigga. And Kels, now we wouldn't have said anything about it, but Kels did say something about it. I'd rather you not just say the N word. So now she had definitely went back and said, well, y'all said that it was okay for us to use a ninja. When? So is it okay for us to use a cracker to say for white people? I'm just asking. Okay, one moment. And Dr. A, like I told you before, I didn't want you involved. So I remember your name got in that last video. I don't want you involved. So y'all, this is just mine. This has nothing to do with Dr. A, but she knows it's out of love, y'all. So we don't do that. We don't do it. So she said, go to your post. Okay. Um, well, I get it. And like I said before, that's y'all bread and butter. Y'all get what I'm saying? My bread and butter is like I clock in somewhere. And if y'all clock in, y'all clock in. But I don't have that many subscribers because people don't like the fact that there is no gray area with me. I have zero gray areas. And if it's right for one person and then we say it's not right for another, that's wrong. So either way, there's no gray area. If you're a piss poor mom, you're a piss poor mom. If you're doing a piss poor mom, I don't care if you're more likable, I don't care if you're more desirable, you look the part. If you're a piss poor mom, you're a piss poor mom. No matter how we look at it, there's no gray areas. But it is what it is. But Medusa, I wish you well at this point. I really wish you well. I wish you find something other than Barbie art and Dollar Tree skincare. What else? Tupac clothes. You know, I hope you find like you can be able to go to a store and find something that fits. Um, that you don't have to, cut it up so it can fit. Maybe find a couple pieces. Maybe go take a job course. I mean, I think everybody can't make it on social media, and it's okay. It can be a hobby, but everybody can't do what Jazz does. And when you faster you learn that, the faster you might be happy. Um, I don't know how to explain it. Well, her excuse was she copied and pasted, but she knew how she needed to put it on the picture. She couldn't do that shit on a white, because it would have been obvious. But she did it as her black shirt background, so it don't be nothing. But only thing is, right now is it's not a. She wasn't expecting it to be um, noticeable because I'm the pretty baby mama. Real talk. Everybody likes me over Jazz. That's just why she's still over here stalking her. Y'all, and I love everybody on this reaction side because this reaction side is actually a start, right? It started for a lot of people. From we watched Islala, we watched Love Lace Fronts, we watched TMR, and some of us we built by what their gems they gave us from what we learned. And that is so beautiful, right? So you will never find me shitting on anybody on this damn reaction side. Cause I feel like everybody grew. Now, sometimes we outgrow each other and it's okay. I promise you. It's all out of love. There's some people they don't understand why they've been on the same situation. They've been doing this and they haven't hit the numbers. They haven't had the organic support. And it's probably because, hey, sometimes people can like somebody else other than you, and it's okay. Sometimes you go off the real. Sometimes you everywhere. And sometimes you just got to be thankful for whatever strong supporters you have. If you have four people that rock your channel, love them like you would love people that you have 400 or 4,000 subscribers. That is organically always in your page, your channel. But I wish you well. I wish that I wish your kids will, have a place of their own. At least, have a place of their own. It might not be the biggest house. It just something that their mom, it can be just them and their mom. You know, your kid, I know Paris was the type that always had to live with other people. Oh, yeah. Paris never had her own room. She might have her own room, but she never had her own space because mama needed to hurry up and link up with the man. Mama needed to hurry up and have what I like to call a mammy sitting at the house while she goes out and do whatever she wants. Yeah, I peeped that. See, Medusa never stood on her own because it will be easy, right? Y'all remember she said she had her own apartment when her and Chris was together. Yeah, what happened to that motivation? Then suddenly you had to move down to Houston. You had to pay all the bills. For what? For him to have more time with his boys and you got jealous instead of just holding it down while y'all was there, so you moved him to California. Yeah, I think you played Chris more than we think. You had that man move to California just to send him packing. Because AKA that wasn't originally the family arrangement. He wasn't supposed to stay. Right. Yeah. So you moved down to Houston. You got linked up. The reason why you there is because you thought you was gonna be with the baby daddy's daddy. Yeah. And that didn't work out, so he threw you off to his son. Yeah. Sad. Now this is all from information she said in her video. She started talking to the baby daddy's daddy, and then he said, "Hey, my son does music." Ouch. Ouch. That's the reason why your baby daddy is like 21 and you 30. Disgusting. But you say you better than Jazz. That's disgusting. That man didn't have a chance for you to put yours. What are you, a snake? Sizzle in his life and try to have a baby. And then on top of that, you rush to have another one. Girl, we know there's nothing in that tablet. See, that's the reason why she ran off of YouTube after she told y'all when Chris got in that ass. Well, we still want to say it's Jazz, but no, it was Chris. See, the first time, if y'all remember, the first time she got on here, she went to Lala. She wrote Lala email, and Chris was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna talk about my baby mama. I'm not gonna talk about none of my baby mama." Mm-mm. Right? Jazz was sitting up there shaking her head. Yep. I then she did that interview. She did that 3-part interview, and she told the people that he was insinuating that he was gay or he was a pedo or what else. It was just I don't know. He like anime. I don't know now. But you insinuated weirdness from him, and now we felt bad. But you ran off. Then you came back and said, "Hey y'all, I'm pregnant." He didn't buy my baby nothing. She gave y'all watered down tea. That's all she can give y'all. Is watered down tea. I don't have an Instagram. That's all she can give y'all. But y'all, I was the one that spoke out about Olivia and Nisha, and people didn't like that. I speak out about her. But something ain't right about her. Yes, I did say that. Definitely, you come on here and you blame the woman for what the man said. You not once blame Chris, but it's easier to blame the woman. So you didn't say anything when Chris and Jazz was a lot was together. Medusa was tight mouth. Oh, y'all remember that? She was tight mouth. Not so much Jazz. Jazz threw her jabs, but she was tight mouth when they was together. But when she got the sniff of them not together, baby, she ran for the hills. That's a sad person. Well, I don't. It's not. I understand that. Yeah, I understand. And everybody's not right. Yeah, I understand that. It is life, right? But that's cute. Medusa, keep on using your emojis at this point. It doesn't matter. Yes, yeah, it's cute. Keep using the emojis. Keep using emojis at this point because right now it's cute, but you're gonna use it and it's gonna destroy not just YouTube, F YouTube, F social media. It follows you. A long time ago, I was in a job training, right? I think I was with my daughter, and I just moved to North Carolina. And one thing that they told us when I first got to the job training was um, strip your Facebook. At that time, Facebook was really popular. Strip your Facebook. Take away everything that you said about anything. If it's not about something cute, if it's not about kittens, your children, your parents in a positive way, strip it. No pictures, show zero pictures. And y'all, they said that is a term for termination when you get a job. If they look and they see your Facebook or something doesn't line up to the company. And y'all, I don't have a TikTok and I don't have Facebook or Instagram. I have a self of Facebook, but either of those two, I'm t- that like put a fear on me because now people know your name. They know, oh my gosh. So when I go to jobs or I meet new people at my jobs, they be like, yo, what's your YouTube? What's your Facebook? What's your Instagram? I'm like, I don't got none of those because of that. But for some odd reason, people want to be viral so bad. It's sickening. Like, when you like on the Bigo world, it make your stomach hurt. How they will do certain things to be viral in the Bigo world, not in YouTube world, not in Instagram world, but in Bigo world. Imagine trying to be viral in all probably whatever social media you in. Like Peach, that girl gotta stay viral. She gotta constantly stay on top. That gotta be the saddest place on earth. You look at it, you see numbers that you don't want, you don't desire, and then you have to do it again. Do it again. I gotta talk about the same thing over and over and over and over. So just so I can go viral this time. That is the saddest place. You don't even have one on one interactions. Like just how Peach House is laid out, we know her kids don't have one on one interaction with her. Just know. She got excited. The kids don't even have a decent one on one time. Because her mom has to record everything. I don't know what y'all gonna do. But y'all, I have to go to my second job. I do have this person, but I do want to tell anybody that's in here that's a reactor or anything. I will be start back on looking at Shaylin Carter, y'all. Y'all, I'm not laughing. Shaylin, Shaylin, she is, I think she's not there, y'all. She's not there. But y'all, when I tell y'all, I was not on YouTube, but I found out she had her lips done. Baby, I'll not tell you the priorities, y'all. People that gets a check, their priorities is all jacked up, but it's very funny. I'm like, who gets their lips done and have to take an Uber home? That don't even make any sense. Y'all, I am that bougie, okay? I am that person. But bless her little heart. Like her daughter's recording. But this is an example of what Peach did to these some of these mommies. There's a mommy right now that followed behind Peach. She was in California, y'all. She moved to New York with no job, no place to stay, and now she's staying in a shelter. Baby, that's what Peach did. Like, Peach, I love you. Peach is so wonderful. No, Peach creating more hot ass miss women just so they could go viral. No stableness. Like, who goes to California? Who comes from California to New York to live with a baby? Thankfully, she got a shelter. Thankfully, she got a shelter. But, baby, when I tell y'all, everybody wants to be viral. It's sad. But I'll see y'all beautiful people later. Um, I miss I miss coming on here with the kicks and giggles. I promise y'all I miss it. I just be busy. And school about to start up again. Y'all don't know if I'm crying for myself or my children. Most likely I'm crying for my children because they gotta come back. But y'all, yeah, sweet Jesus. Bless me. Cause y'all, I'm not ready for those car rides to get them to the bus. Y'all, I was just I wish our president will have another state of emergency that we can be in the house. Yeah, that's something I really miss. I ain't even gonna hold you. I really do miss that, y'all. Like, I go back to school next, like, in like 2 more weeks, and my kids go back to school. And y'all, I'm like, summer has been real. And now we can about to start. It seemed like we're about to get hurricane weather because we got storms after storms after storms. So that's another thing that we have to get ready and prepare. But and then before we know it, it'll be the end of the year, y'all. And I don't know, like if y'all ever felt that way, like, damn, I ain't accomplished nothing. And you might accomplish stuff, but there's some things we ain't accomplished. And like you like, damn, it's the end of the year. And I still haven't did this, I haven't did that. There's some people that still haven't walked into that gym. They haven't walked in that gym that and that was their goal. January 1st, I'm gonna exercise, I'm gonna eat right. Girl, they haven't walked in the gym. They haven't walked into the fresh produce area for nothing, okay? They walk through the deli, but they ain't walk through the fresh produce, okay? And the fruit and snacks they get, if they get on good kicks, they go to Chick-fil-A and get like a parfait or something. Like, yeah, we eating healthy, bitch. No, you're not. But I don't know. And if you're not going where you want to be at, like it's okay to start right now if you want to. A lot of times people don't say you don't have to wait till the first of the year to start good habits. I promise you. Yeah, I just started making up my bed this year. I read. Yeah, I told y'all I read, and on Beagle at night I read, and that's a big hit. Like my night unwinding with me, it's a big hit. Like Beagle, you gotta have your own content, right? But Beagle's a little bit better, a little bit more easier with the copyrights. Um, and also they probably don't. There's no way that somebody can screen you. It's hard for people to screen. Like people have to screen, make a video, screen, make a video. That's how they got to do it. They can't just do what we can do here. So, but it's pretty easy. But I'm gonna let y'all go, and I'll talk to y'all beautiful people later. Night night.